Good afternoon. It's April the 8th, 2015. Time to wrap this baby up for today. So we had another day when the software did its work for us. And what I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to print this screen right here. And the reason I want you to print it is just a perfect example of buy. And I'm going to show you a trade right here. Sell. Area, and you're pretty much guaranteed to get back to the green line. But what you have up here is that when we break this value area low, or up in here when we break this bar, or we break that bar's low, or we break this bar's low, either one of those, a trade back to the mean green line works. And you can see right here it paused right there. And that's where we got out on that trade that we took this morning. The market comes back down. We got a lot of volume on this bar. The FOMC meeting is coming. There's more news to come. So if we don't get follow-through selling when we take out that bar's low, you can see these bars get thin, and this was a trade that we took. This was the trade that we took off the bottom right there. And it was a good trade for us. The mean green trade that we took did not work. This was a loser. We had multiple times to scratch it. I got cute. I tried to scratch. Scratch means lose a tick. E-mini almost gives you one chance. You got to be smart enough to take it. So then we come up in with the value area high again. This is our sell zone. We got a very, very skinny bar. Breaking that bar's low is a trade back to the middle. And just look how it comes right back to the middle and then it stops. Comes around and chops. Now here's the news. We've got volume down here. We're in our buy zone, and when we take out this bar's high, there's a lot of volatility. I mean, the market's moving big. We're getting people all over the map. We should be able to get back to the mean green line. Not only do we get back to the mean green line, we head up. We've got width on this bar. We've got volume. There's less volume on this bar. When you break that bar's low, it's in a sell zone, and it's right back to the mean green line. So this is a chart that you need to print for outside-in trading. It's just really, really a good one. And you don't have to stick your neck out with a resting limit buy or a resting limit sell. You can get the conditions, the setups that you want. You have an S in this particular situation. We had a B. We achieved better trade location than this particular B. We got in off of that B right there. But it's a great chart to come in and work the markets with. So that screen is worth printing. Tomorrow we have some news, jobless claims. It's at its default number, 285. What the Fed told us today was we can't raise interest rates because of economic weakness and the uncertainty associated with the economy. So the top of the trading range at 80 is holding up so far. We've got a fair shot of getting back down to the 40 level with a little bit of time. You can see how this attractor right here pulled the market to it. If we get to this low volume number, there's your attractor. And you can see the next low volume number is a couple of ticks below that recent low. So a lower high, lower low, we're sellers off of this screen. What does the F2 screen tell us? Well, we have a P with volume below time, and we rejected prices above 78. So we got our breakout down here. We like the 65, 67 buy area. We are into it twice in D period and K period. And we like selling 79s to 81s. We finally touched that in K period on that wrap that we have. So here we sit. My guess is we're probably going to retest the 80 area if we don't dump it this afternoon. And we probably pretty good chance of testing 65 and or taking it out tomorrow. So if the market was to close right here at 72.50, buying 65, 67, buying 60, 62, and would like to sell 79s, 81s, and we're going to put a question mark right here at 75. And we'll see how that works come tomorrow. No news, wholesale trade, jobless claims. I don't think anybody pays attention to jobless claims anymore. A lot of that's because of the way the numbers are compiled. it's kind of like crying wolf. You can cry wolf so many times, and then nobody pays a lot of attention to you. So I think the premium right now is just being put on reading order flow, which is what we do. Read which way the volume's moving through the distributions. And again, we don't have to know who, we don't have to know why. We can just see that they are, and we join them. Want to trade with the big money, want to execute with the exchange members, want to use our homework and our analysis to stay on the right side of the market. Okay, right here you can see we got pretty good support in the 29.04 area. A little bit higher low, a little bit higher high, and not really conclusive. So here we sit at 29.10.5. We've got a seller, so on this one it may be a buy. But not overwhelmingly so. If we put all this together, you can see we have volume in the bottom half. So I think we're back in the same situation that we have been. This time we can start out trying to buy in the cheap, buying against the value area low, that volume number, so trying to buy 5s to 1s. 30-year auction is tomorrow, and then 29s to 25s for buy 2. I really don't see them breaking the market. And we're going to put a question mark right here at 8. On the sell side, 15 to 19. And then 23 to 27. So I think we got a seller 16 to 20, and we got a buyer 129 even to the buck. I mean to 04. The knob spread widened today, as you can well imagine. A lot of buying in the 30-year. And so we have our break right here that we didn't have any trouble getting through this morning. I mean, the market really sold, and we're back to that 63.20 area. So we got pretty good. You can just look across here. 63.16, 63.24 is pretty good support. And on the resistance side, 165. So for Globex overnight, 31 to 03, sell 1. And then 7 to 11, sell 2. And if the E-mini craters, we do not want to be short. On the buy side, that wrap took us down to 10. We're at 27 right now. This one's got a little extra range, so we'll go 17 to 13 for buy 1. And then 5 to 9 for buy 2. We never have any trouble getting to our number 2 points, it seems, especially on the buy side. Okay, gold. It's trying to trade lower, but not with a hell of a lot of momentum. So, I mean, just kind of looking at where the break, we figured we might get to 97 today. Did. This 94. So 95 to 97 is pretty good support. Then we've got this breakout, this KL ledge right here at 90. So 90, 92, 95, 97 on the buy side. See how well I did for Laramie. Till we like the 97 area. Almost made it, Laramie, but not quite. Sorry, mate. So getting stops below 97, I think, is a, there we go, get it all put together. So 95, 97. The 90, 92. And then we're at 02 right now. We got a high of 10, so 7 to 10, sell 1. And 14 to 16, sell 2. Trying to pick up this area up in here. I don't see anybody really coming out and whacking this market successfully, unless they come in on the opening and dump $1 billion, $1.5 billion, which they do. We've seen that regularly last year. Oh, to be a politician where I'm not held accountable for anything and I can't go to jail if I spout the right stuff. Crude oil took a pretty hit today, but it ran way before it started to sell. We got all the way up to 53, which is where we wanted to sell it. Our buy zones basically were 51.50 to, I think we had our first buy against 52.50. That produced a small winning trade, then the market spilled. So you got to remember this rally up to 53 took place in spite of a Saudi article saying they were producing all that they could in the United States, being the world's largest hydrocarbon producer. That's hard to believe, isn't it? Not crude oil, but hydrocarbons. And we still will import because we're the world's biggest economy. So right now we got a pretty clean break in this 51.75, 52 area. You can see that just kind of coming across. Obviously the spill from 52.50. So this is where resistance is, 52, 52.50. We're at 51 right now. Last rotate up stopped at 51.25. So 51.25, 51.50, sell 1. 51.75, 52, sell 2. And on the buy side, we're going to play for $50. So 50, 50.25, buy 1. And we're going to put a question mark at 50. And then buy 2 is going to be 49.50, give or take. And that does it for crude. If you are time and capital challenged, take a look at trading crude. Take a look at trading gold. On our website, if you're a member, there is a nailed down tight way to trade crude. The rules are specific, they're hard, they work, and you should take advantage of them. If you fancy yourself an E-mini trader and you're a beginner, it's going to take longer to learn how to trade that beast. It is where the lambs are fleeced. And the thing that the E-mini has going for it that most contracts don't is that it trades well, or can trade well in the last hour of trading, especially the last half hour. Okay, tomorrow's supposed to be the day something happens with Greece. Russia and Greece had a press conference today. Russia's willing to lend them money for assets as security. I guess the Parthenon, the beachfront in Athens. I don't know what it would be. But, you know, Greece is going to have the same problem unless something wants to do something out of altruism, which you're not dealing with that the part of the world that does anything out of altruism. It's what's in it for me. I love one of the statements that came out of Greece today. If you don't give us the money, we're going to let ISIS come through Greece to the rest of the EU. And you talk about winning creditors over to your side. That's not the way to do it. We've got an attractor down here in the 50 area. We've got an attractor here in the 92 area. We've got a low volume number at 75. So buy one's going to be 75. Let them get stops below this low. And then buy two is going to be 40 to 50. Let them get stops below 50. I think a signed deal will initially rally the euro, but then it'll be sold after that. Last rotate up stopped in the 37 area. You've got volume at 27, so 20 to 30, sell one. And then basically 50 plus or minus for sell two. And that'll do it for April the 8th. 2015. Y'all have a great evening. I'll see you bright and early in the morning.